Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Come along as I share with you everything that I do today. Every single day is very different, but on the weekdays, my day starts at 5:30 a.m. And the best part of it is I get to see the sunrise depending on the time of the year. So for today, I dropped my kid off, then I come home and decided to start on one loaf of sourdough. First thing I do is measure out the water in grams, and then I add the starter. And an indicator that it is active is that it floats up at the top of the water. And I could tell right away that this was going to work out very well. So after adding the starter, then I mix together flour and typically bread flour and some whole wheat flour and salt. And then I combined everything with the water and starter mix and roll it up into a ball. And it's so much fun in this stage because it gets really bubbly. And this morning, I decided to just reheat some leftovers. It's a steam egg and tofu and shrimp dish for my breakfast. I usually like a hot, savory dish. And in the mornings, when I have time to sit down and eat a breakfast, then I like to squeeze in a little bit of reading. I didn't get much reading done, but I started. And this dish was exactly what I needed this morning. Before and after breakfast, I'm constantly doing dishes. I'm not really sure about you, but dishes are kind of never ending in my house. I don't know where it all comes from. After I'm done with my breakfast and dishes, I sit down and answer a couple of emails. So I am back out of the house and on my way to meet a customer to deliver some items that they purchased. So it should be a really quick in and out of the building. Luckily, this person was basically on time. Sometimes I end up waiting for people. You know how that is. And it's such a beautiful day today. It is, I want to say about 80 degrees and sunny, and it's just perfect outside. Then I decided to test out some concealer so my twin sister doesn't have to. I didn't end up buying anything. On my way home, I listened to a Chinese podcast because I'm really trying to brush up on Chinese and learn the language. It was my first language, but I lost it when I was, I don't know, somewhere around 7, 8, 9 years old. And I'm picking it back up. And these podcasts are awesome. After that, I go to the local library and return a book. And then I ended up picking up two books by an author I love. Once I get home, I get word that we have sold a couple of shirts. So I pick the shirt out from the rack that I have at home, and then the other one is stored in a bin. And so I make sure that I get the correct one. Then it's time for lunch. I am craving noodles, so I decided to make a quick little noodle soup dish, add some protein, and it was exactly what I needed. Typically, I do about 80 grams of noodles, this time 60, and it was a perfect size. Yes, I measure the noodles because they come in a big package. So it was exactly what I was craving. After lunch, I take the shirts and print out the shipping labels. I get them packaged up in a little poly bag and add the shipping labels to it. I'm constantly double checking to make sure that the correct item goes to the correct customer. So I probably double check the online sale against the actual item that I have in front of me a couple of times just to make sure that the correct item goes to the correct customer. After that, it is time to put in a load of laundry. I honestly don't feel like I do a lot of laundry. I just wait maybe once a week, sometimes twice a week, and the kids do their own laundry. So I'm doing mine. Actually, I'm putting mine and my husband's in at the same time in the same load just because I don't have a lot. I discovered these laundry sheets not too long ago. I'm going to put two of them in. They are supposed to be more of a non-toxic option and a little bit more green. I do have a regular bottle of liquid detergent. I don't prefer that, but anyway. And I sit down again to answer a couple more emails and do a little bit more work. At this time, I am feeling the clock ticking. I have to pick my son up pretty soon, so I'm going to prepare a smoothie just so I can pick him up with something. I usually pack either lunch or a smoothie or an apple or something that he can have right after school just because he goes a long time without eating. I'm using a berry mix. I'm adding some oat milk, flax seeds, and hemp seeds, and oh, also a banana. I remember a time when I didn't have a Vitamix and I couldn't understand why my smoothies weren't smooth. After investing a couple $100s, I think it's totally worth it. If you're on the fence, get the Vitamix if you make smoothies. It also makes soups and all kinds of things. Today, I have to go to the gas station. I don't have one of those electric cars, and if you do, lucky you. I'm talking to my sister. She has an electric car. She never has to do this. All right, I have 5 minutes before I have to leave the post office. So I'm just pulling in right now to the post office. I have 2 packages to ship, and the parking lot looks a little bit busy. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of here in 5 minutes, but my son might have to wait a few minutes. Wish me luck. Oh my goodness, it worked. I was in and out in 4 minutes. So I believe I'm going to make it and my son won't have to wait. So I'm excited because all my stuff is done. The other option would have been to go to the post office later on this evening, and I'd rather just do it now. So yay, success. After picking my son up, I have to shape my dough, and there are some bubbles, so it looks like it is ready. So what I do is I take a little bit of flour and sprinkle it in the banneton, the little basket, as well as this board that I have, and I flip it over and try to get the dough out. If you are deciding on whether or not you want to do sourdough, it's actually a lot of fun. I my dough doesn't look like how I see on like social media and online. It doesn't come out that easily. It is still a little bit sticky and whatever. Might not be exactly how everyone says it's supposed to be, but I make some nice loaves. They taste good, and it's been a journey. I've been doing this for about a year and 4 months. Every single loaf is different. I This is why I can't sell them, nor do I really feel like I want to. I give them as gifts occasionally, but it's a lot of work. It takes me 24 hours. After this, I eat kind of like a second lunch and I do a little bit more work. I am listing some items on eBay for sale, and this is just kind of like some administrative things that go along with any business. Then I get to lie down. Just kidding. I have to drive my kid to his after school sports. Finally home.